Over the last week, our cameras have been observing the Dellabarcas, a single-parent family with a home completely out of control, presenting us with our biggest challenge yet.
We can't find anything. Children can't play with their toys.
Meanwhile, routine has gone out of the window, and in every room, there's chaos.
We need help.
There are problems with the laundry in the dining room, paper in the kitchen, and kids' toys just about everywhere you look. And to top it off, an entire room filled with boxes.
I think I've really given up on the cleaning effort and the tidying effort. It's just got out of hand.
Which is why the Dellabarcas desperately need our help. We're going to transform their lives by giving them back their family home. I'm Sian Jacquet, a life designer.
And I'm Jez Johns, project manager.
We have just 5 days to save this family from drowning in their own possessions.
But it's not just about their stuff.
It's an opportunity to change their lives. Two years ago, the Dellabarcas came home after living in Britain for 7 years. They brought with them a mountain of possessions, which are either sitting on the floor or haven't even yet been unpacked. There's Kathy, a full-time mom and chartered accountant. Her eldest son, Cole, who's 14, and the girls, Corinne, who's 7, and Kaylee, who's just turned 5. Together, they're drowning in their own possessions. And on a daily basis, every member of this family is feeling the fallout.
The house is just such a mess, so untidy. Any amount of cleaning will not make it feel any better.
One of Kathy's biggest issues is paper. In fact, she keeps every scrap.
Because I do like to read all the junk mail. A constant source of problem for me.
Meanwhile, the girls' toy collection defies belief. And now they've officially run out of room, they're starting to invade Cole's space as well.
It's my go on the computer.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is difficult with him, having 2 younger sisters, and they don't respect his room or privacy at all.
But even though Cole does his best to help Mom keep things under control, because there's so much stuff, their efforts just end in frustration.
Pretty desperate, actually, ready to just walk out, close the door and give up, totally give up.
Long story short, this is a family and a family home crying out for routine. But Kathy is so overwhelmed she has no idea where to start. And that's why we're here. Over the next 5 days, we're going to tackle the big stuff. What changes do you want to make in your home?
Anything and everything.
Well, let's go and have a tour of the house. Come on, who's got the messiest bedroom?
Never mind the bedrooms. Clearly the problems begin in the living room.
Kathy, I see you're not a big fan of minimalism. Slowly, I'd have
This
to
is
say.
actually quite minimal.
Desks, not necessarily living room furniture. Tennis racket. Horse. Is this the stable?
Well, I thought it suited the decor, so I let the horse come in.
Though what's really making this room feel so cluttered is the carpet.
There's a fair few colours going in there.
There's a lot.
But let's talk about the real issues.
When I walked in here, as a mom of 3, I felt my stress level starting to rise.
It's a takeover by the children, can't you tell?
And by the looks of the dining room, the kids' work is almost complete.
To call this the dining room, we'll probably be selling it a little bit short.
I mean, you've got to give me some credit that we still have a dining room.
It's a tight squeeze to get through.
But children can climb over tables.
So what's happened here? How have we got to this?
Although I move it out all the time, it just comes back in.
Am I hearing you say to me that as mom, no doesn't mean no?
Yes, that's quite true. They don't listen to me.
As for the kitchen,
I'm looking around here and I'm seeing chaos.
Well, I'm seeing order.
Order? Take me through the order.
Well, there's a little system going here. I don't iron, so I use this as an extra bench.
Okay.
At the moment, I spend most of my time out in coffee shops or whatever because I don't like coming home. I have to get out the house every day because I really can't stand it.
You're not living in this house as you choose to, and you're the adult.
though what really worries me is Kathy's dishwasher. With broken switches and wires hanging out, it's a health hazard.
Talk me through the knack of how you get this to work.
So the first thing is you've got to get this, without electrocuting yourself on the wires, of course, because they're live wires. You've got to get it up, but I'd have to stand like that for 80 minutes. Yeah, I just don't want any more stuff in my house. I just can't stand it. It never ends.
Well, we need to end it, and it stops now. But the bottom line is, it's your responsibility to do it.
That what we've seen so far is nothing compared to the girls' bedrooms.
Kathy, say it ain't so. What's happened?
I've given up, Jazz. Simply given up.
I don't think this has happened in 2 or 3 days, has it?
No, not at all. Months, actually.
In fact, it's been 5 months since Kathy gave up on keeping this room tidy.
Young children are a nightmare. We all know they're a nightmare. But it's your job to teach her, and it's your job to create the boundaries.
So what am I going to find if I look under this bed?
I've really got no idea.
There's only one way to find out.
The issue is getting a sense of order, getting some roles and routines in the house, and you feeling like you're in charge.
Yeah, I've never seen so much stuff on any one floor. We've got a big job ahead of us in here, haven't we?
But let's not be too hard on the girls, because from where I'm standing, Mum's not exactly a positive role model.
It's got progressively worse now. The children aren't putting anything back now. So I've set a standard now where I probably don't care, and now that's how they are.
And that's what this room says, yeah? I'm not doing it, so I'll forget it. Let's all not do it.
Yeah, that's where we've got to.
We've got the car seat. Is that used much?
Well, I had it in the back room or somewhere and it started to go mouldy and I thought it might be a saleable item.
Anything else you might want to lose or sell from the room?
Maybe my sunbed.
Tell me how you, the person, feels when you look at it.
I hate it. I loathe it.
What else can go?
I wouldn't dig too deeply there, Jazz, because I haven't been down that area for a while.
If I were to suggest that this says that Mum is not actually in control.
You're probably right.
But the worst is yet to come. This is just some of the stuff Kathy brought back after living in Britain.
Kathy, we need to have a word. When and how and why?
Probably 2 years. How? I got sick of unpacking boxes. Why? Just can't be bothered.
This again is an example of you not making yourself important enough. That it's okay to do with the other stuff. But I'm not important enough to find the time to create the surroundings of the things that are going to make me feel good about who I am and where I live.
Yes, there's plenty of space back here.
Yeah, there's an actual wardrobe. That's full of stuff as well. But there is a wardrobe, yeah.
There's another car seat.
And there's a lovely window as well out there into the garden. There's 2 lots of personal effects in this house. There only needs to be one. It's double of everything. It doesn't need to be like this. This is crazy.
Right, well, we're going to start that work, and we're going to start now.
Bring it on.
Though first we're sending Kathy and the kids away for the night. Meanwhile, we need a plan of attack.
Everybody needs their own space. The only way these rules and routines are going to work is if everybody knows where they live and where their things belong.
If you think about it, the biggest bedroom in the house naturally lends itself being a master bedroom. The girls are in it.
Choice of language, damage, police. We're talking a 4-year-old here, okay? She's gorgeous.
Of course she is.
We're not talking about Tilla the Hun. She's 4 years of age.
But she's messy.
Is there any way you can give every one of these kids their own bedroom?
We've got a room over there that's full of boxes. This could potentially be a 4-bedroom house.
Right, so if you're going to move Mum back into that master bedroom, can I please ask that there is like a little rest area for her? If you're not clear about who you are and the space that you own, you may as well be talking to a blank wall, because your kids are not going to believe you because you've got to walk the walk. This particular space, to be fair, it's so cluttered and disorganised.
Look, it's a quaint old kitchen. I mean, storage solutions is what we want in here.
But there's one other thing I need to ask you. Can you please get this mom a dishwasher that works? 3 kids and trying to do this on your own, that's a sanity issue.
This has been the answer for the last week. For the last week, this is perfect. So if you just get it in the right position, it will hold it and you can walk away for 80 minutes.
With everybody having their own room and their own space, it's going to be so much easier to get the routines up and running where everybody's responsible for their own things.
Well, I'll do my half of the bargain.
All right, kettle on. I need a cup of coffee now.
Coming up, we're taking everything this family owns to our warehouse, where it's time to drop the excuses and get real.
Okay, that'll just be the one truck because we've got another one behind it.
What?
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
And can we really change their lives by changing their home?
Oh my God! Butter and bread.
Like many single parents, Kathy Dellabarca has a lot of demands on her time. There's 3 kids to look after and a family home that's completely out of control. With not a moment to lose, we're packing up everything and taking it to our warehouse, though by the look of things, we might need an extra truck.
Oh my God!
We'll also need to make some big changes to the house itself.
We can cut the clutter by a third just by getting rid of this carpet, so out it goes.
Though before we get too excited, we need to have a word with Kathy. After all, it's her house.
I was quite blown away, actually, about the scale of the whole thing. Something big's about to happen.
I thought I'd go ahead and get started without you.
Oh my God. Wow. God almighty. It's very echoey, bare.
Remind us again, what exactly is the vision for both your family and your home?
Just a house that flows, that's clear, so I can think. And I'm not cluttered by all this junk.
This is going to be tough, emotionally and physically. You still up for the challenge?
I will give it my best shot.
With 2 trucks packed and ready to go, there's no turning back. It's time for Kathy to love it or leave it.
You now get to decide exactly what you keep and what you don't keep. This is the time now to do your first sort. And you've got 30 minutes.
I need more than 30 minutes.
Well, you've only got 30 minutes. Go!
For Kathy to really move forward, a time limit is crucial. After all, a lot of these boxes were actually packed 2 years ago.
I really need to make a decision about that box, so I can't make a decision. It'll have to go in the middle. A car seat, yep. No, we don't need that. We've got no more children that age. I thought, gosh, this seems quite easy, really. If this is all I've got to do, this is easy. But that all changed.
Right, we're looking at 15 minutes. You're not quite halfway there.
That's not true, Sean. If you actually look inside the truck, I think I'm a little bit more than halfway. It's very deceiving.
Okay, that'll just be the one truck because we've got another one behind it.
What?
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
1.5 trucks.
Meanwhile, I've called in Boston Wardrobes.
Matt, Kathy's got a bit of a paperwork problem, so to solve it, I'm giving her a home office. I'm doing it in this space here in the dining room. So bear in mind, this is an old building, a beautiful dining room. I don't want it to take over the space. How can you help me?
Well, I think what we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to build something in that matches the house. Make it look like it was always part of the original plan. On the front, we'll do villa-style doors, but inside, nice modern home office. Plenty of shelving, few drawers, and a nice big desk area for a computer.
And we can hide it all away.
Yeah.
Beautiful. More to see, mate. Come on. It's time to give Mum her room back. This used to be the master bedroom. The girls have had it for a while now. It's going back to Mum. I want to put a dressing area in front of us. There's 2 wardrobes either side. They're not serving much purpose. I need you to work some magic here.
What I think we'll do is in wardrobe 1, we're going to give her most of her hanging needs and a little bit of shoe shelving. Over here in wardrobe 2, she can have her overflow. We'll give her plenty of shoe shelving, extra long hang, and on the front of the wardrobes, I think it's important that we change the doors to match the villa style that we're planning to use in the dining room.
Sounds like magic to me.
The third and final challenge, converting the former junk room into a brand new bedroom for Cole.
Might look small, I want you to make it look massive. There's plenty of storage space that's a bit redundant in there at the moment that we can borrow. But remember, I need a bed in here, I need storage, I need a desk. You're gonna have to make it look big, mate.
Right. Well, I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to knock this centre wall out. There's a hallway cupboard. I think we should steal it and we should add it to Cole's cupboard in the bedroom. There's plenty of depth there. We can put in a desk, we can hide a chair away, still give him a decent wardrobe with drawers, hanging, etc. but when he's not using it, tucked away behind villa sliding doors.
Beautiful, mate.
While the 30 minutes are almost up, there's still plenty to unload. But the biggest problem is Kathy telling herself it can't be done.
I detect some aggravation in your voice. Share it with me. What's it? Because the only way we're going to do this is if we're honest.
Well, yes, true, but, you know, like I said to you before, I do need a little bit more time. 30 minutes is just might not happen.
Now, what I'm trying to do here is kickstart the process. I want to start a momentum. I want you to start feeling good about what you can achieve, instead of this tape in your head that is just saying, I can't do it, it's not possible. Yeah? I want you to feel successful, right? Now, the only way I can do that is by giving you a clear boundary and pushing you out of your comfort zone. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not going to do it and it's not possible, you're absolutely right. That is the result you'll get.
Are you able to compromise a little, Sean? Because I might need 35 minutes, maybe 40.
I tell you what, I'm going to make this happen for you. But I'm not going to compromise until you push yourself and just see what you can achieve in 30 minutes.
Okay,
Is that fair?
That's a fair call.
Okay, right, let's get moving.
With the right focus, Kathy even surprises herself
Looks like a lot of paperwork to me.
and manages to empty both trucks in just 34 minutes. Now, who said it couldn't be done?
And that mat, yeah, it's a bit yucky, so over there, and I'm finished, I've done it.
Yeah. Come over here. Just have a quick look at what you have achieved in 34 minutes.
Oh, I'm definitely making progress, don't you think?
It's going to be pretty exciting to see where we can go over the next few days. Let's just turn round and have a look at what's over here.
It's the biggest pile, isn't it?
Are you absolutely sure when you look at all of this, this fits the vision of what you want back in your home?
Once I go through my grey areas, I think it's going to work.
I think we now, however, deserve a cup of tea. This one.
Coming up, it's time for Kathy to face some hard truths about what all this is doing to the kids.
What you're doing is under stress, you're taking the easy option.
I am.
Because with 3 kids on your own, you have got to be in control.
With chaos literally in every corner, Kathy Dellabarca has lost control of her own home. And as a result, the entire family is feeling the stress on a daily basis.
To get that control back, Kathy needs to introduce some routines. From what I can see, this family is virtually bordering on anarchy. And the second thing are some very clear boundaries. We need to sort all of this now. Come on, let's get started. Right.
As Kathy works her way through the girls' belongings, what I'm seeing is a mom who's finding it difficult to say no to her kids. So I have to ask, when is enough enough?
A considerable amount of this stuff, and stuff that's already been put in boxes that you've said you don't want, are very quick, easy, cheap, accessible toys.
Exactly, they are.
How much do you think you are spending a week, let's just say?
Yeah, well, I'd say we've got our $2 shop bribe, but that's all. Probably $10, probably.
Did you hear what you just said? $2 shop bribe.
The $2 shop bribe, yes, well.
Do you want to choose to parent your children by using bribes?
It isn't, actually. We do trips to the park, we do other things, but this is, they just love that shop.
Can we stop going to that shop, Kath? Completely and utterly cut it out. I'll give you a list of 5 things off the top of my head that I not just think, I actually know your girls would work harder to achieve rather than the $2 shop. They get to make a cake with you. They get to go to the park and choose flowers and make daisy chains. They get to make a family portrait. They get to get some chalk and draw pictures all over the garden. They get to get the hose pipe out. What you're doing is under stress, you're taking the easy option.
I am.
Because with 3 kids on your own, you have got to be in control. For the next 8 weeks, you don't go to any kind of a toy shop at all. That money is not used in any gifts, nothing. Then after that, review how well it's worked. And if you choose that you want to include it, that's your choice, you're their mum. But if we're not clear now about boundaries, there's a much bigger price to pay.
And while Kathy deals to that mountain of toys, I'm on a mission to rework the sleeping arrangements.
Sian's given me the message loud and clear. Everyone needs their own space, which means giving the girls their own room. But to keep them organised, first we need some serious storage.
And while I work on that, Big Tony and the rest of the troops are creating 4 brand new bedrooms, each one with plenty of storage and in the new owner's favourite colour.
Though to really get this household under control, Kathy has to finally face the clean-out she's been avoiding for months. She also needs to put a daily routine into place and stick to it like glue.
What we used to do is, I used to have this arrangement with Karen that if she could get Kaylee off to sleep in half an hour, which is a huge challenge, then Karen gets to come into my bed and we read together quietly in my room.
Do you think it is the responsibility of a 7-year-old to put a 4-year-old to bed?
No, but it's not actually putting her to bed, it's just that they lay quietly in their beds, the light is out, their lamp is on.
Stop. You're doing it again.
I'm justifying it.
Yeah? This is how you take control of your house. Or more to the point, this is reflecting how you've lost it. Because your kids are playing roles that they shouldn't be. What I'm going to suggest is that you create the routine that you want to happen. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel and feel like you're in control. And the kids will know what's expected of them. So how does that sound to you?
Makes me feel really powerful.
Does it?
Yeah.
But at the moment, you need to, first of all, take back control. And they need to know that you are the adult and you call the shots.
Back at the house, the former junk room is now taking shape as Cole's brand new bedroom. The only catch is, it's not a huge space. Though if you've got the know-how, that doesn't have to be a problem.
Getting the most out of a small space is all about multitasking, like this wardrobe, which is also a study. And when these 2 doors come open, the entire room looks bigger. Dressing the bed with cushions means it can double as a couch. Now, last but by no means least, you have to hide storage wherever you can. See, first it's a memory box, then a bedside table.
But giving Cole the space he needs isn't just about 4 walls and a coat of paint. It's also about setting boundaries.
One of the things that happens when you have a situation where you've got one parent that's being all things to everybody is that when you have an eldest child, they sometimes are cast in a role that they shouldn't be.
When I've lost control with the girls, they're not listening to me. Cole does step in because he doesn't like seeing me get so upset, so uptight, so frantic. So thank you for that. I do think it's great.
We talked earlier about putting up routines for the girls. Yeah? And your mum will share the details of that. I think that it's perfectly appropriate for Cole to support you with that while you're embedding that in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah? But what I would like you to do is to consider working out with Cole time off that he has. That you know that that is a boundary for you as well, that you do not disturb him, you don't call him, you don't ask for his help. Whatever's happening, you deal with it. Yes, he's a big brother, yes, he's 14, and I've seen him, he's more than capable of helping and supporting, and that's a big plus. But you need to be careful that you don't rely on it, yeah, in a way that makes him feel responsible. One thing I'd like to possibly bring out and put on the table is your private space needs to be your private space.
I agree.
Yeah? I think it's important that that's one of the boundaries that is created literally from day one. That the girls are absolutely clear and that you support him in this, because it's going to take a while, that your bedroom is your bedroom. And nobody comes in uninvited.
Now that we've created the space and the boundaries, I think Kathy can start to feel like the successful parent I know her to be. Coming up, we show Kathy and the kids around their brand new home. But can we really change the ways of a dedicated hoarder?
You nearly missed a significant event in your son's life because you were not managing paper.
With 3 kids to look after and a house that's completely out of control, Kathy Dellabarca still has a big job on her hands, though she also needs to face a few truths. She's guilty of hoarding.
The next step is to get Kathy to actually do a job she's been putting off for 2 years. All of those boxes in the back room need to be sorted. Let's rip them open and let's seriously decide what stays and what goes, what really fits the vision of how she wants to live.
To make things a little easier, I've roped in Cole to lend a hand. And there's a memory box for every member of the family. Though the real problem is Kathy, who won't part with anything, especially if it's made of paper.
Pen and a pencil. Oh, got to keep those. Got to keep that. Need that all the time. No, they're our ice cubes. They're fun.
Time to find out what's really going on here.
I think there's somewhere in the region of 6, if not 7 boxes with just paperwork in.
Yeah, I do have more paperwork than anyone else I know. And I ask myself, why is this? I don't know.
Fortunately, I have a solution. 2 concertina files, though it requires Kathy to do some serious sorting.
You know, unless you're running a business, there's no need to keep hardly any paperwork. Kids in school, household, that's it.
I don't think I've got the energy, quite frankly, to do it. I think I'm getting quite drained and tired, to be honest.
I'm not going to let you give up, because that's what you keep doing. You keep telling yourself, I can't do it. You can do it, and you will do it, and if I have to stay here till midnight, we are emptying every single one of these boxes, because I promised that I would move you forward. Screaming, if necessary, but you're going to do it.
OK, well, yeah, we will. I will.
While we don't have room for 6 boxes of paperwork, we do have the perfect solution when it comes to a home office. All that's required is a mid-sized cupboard and the right organisation. Forget furniture, the desk can be built in, so can the shelving. Forget filing cabinets, they're just an excuse to hoard. All you really need, a couple of concertina files. Forget oversized computers and go for a laptop, which in turn can store millions of photos, music, even scans of important paperwork. And forget I'll sort it out later. Every great home office has a good system. In this case, an in-tray for each of the girls. And one final golden rule, always clear the desk when you're finished.
And now we have a home office. It's time to put the rest of this house back together again.
This is what we call the trial run. The warehouse has been mapped out exactly as the floor plan of your house. Cole's room, the girls' bedroom, your room, and the lounge. All of this stuff has to come back into here. The other part of this is that your bedroom still hasn't been sorted, so all of those boxes need to be opened and everything needs to be hung out and placed as you want to live. And you've got 60 minutes starting now. Come on!
Though as Kathy starts making decisions about what belongs where, it soon becomes obvious her problem with paperwork is far from over. Because now, she's decided it belongs in the living room.
Do you want an office desk in your lounge? Is that the vision of how you want to live? Because what I heard you say to me was, I want a room that I can walk in, that I can relax, that I can take my friends, and I can feel like me. Does an office desk represent that?
No.
We're not actually dealing with the issue here, are we? If you continue with the choices that you're making now, not only is this paperwork still going to be coming in the house and taking over, but it's actually going to be taking over a central part of your lounge.
Just imagine, Sian, how much paperwork I could spread all over that desk.
I'd rather not.
Kathy's biggest problem is mail, which often just sits in a pile in the kitchen.
There has been times where I haven't opened them and it led me to just about not getting to Cole's. He had a presentation of a certificate at his school, a really big event, and I hadn't opened my mail for a whole month. And one day I thought, I'm going to face this mail, I'm going to do it. And if I hadn't have opened that envelope, I would have missed the presentation in the school hall.
You nearly missed a significant event in your son's life because you were not managing paper. When you move back into your house now, we need to have agreed on a process. You're responsible for it. We come back to the same thing all the time. Nobody else is going to collect your mail. Nobody else is going to open it. And I'm sorry that you feel this weight and burden. And if I could change it, I would. But I can't. Because you're a very bright, intelligent woman who is more than capable of working out how to get envelopes from a letterbox to the right place. And I'm suggesting that on a daily basis, this is eroding your self-confidence and your belief in yourself. That it's just like, well, this is evidence, I'm hopeless and helpless. And I'm not buying it. So let's come back to the issue that I walked in here with. The office. Do you want it in your lounge, yes or no?
No.
Right, let's remove it.
And with the desk gone, I can actually do this room justice.
To meet Kathy's vision for her living room, I need to find a lounge suite that's going to meet 3 criteria. First up, it's got to lighten up a dark room. Second, it's got to be practical for the family. And thirdly, it's got to be something stylish for some home entertaining. Now this fits the vision.
Speaking of which, Kathy was adamant about creating a calmer, more relaxed feel, especially when it comes to the floor.
I've chosen my carpet online. Now I've just made a quick trip into the shop to check that it's going to match my new lounge suite. Looks pretty good to me.
Meanwhile, there's one more room which needs attention.
Not everyone has the cash to install a brand new kitchen, but a few simple changes can make all the difference. For a start, we're replacing Kathy's old ironing board and junk mail collection with a brand new pantry, which means there's no more excuse for clutter on the benches.
As for the rest of the cabinetry, a coat of paint and new door handles have made all the difference.
But let's talk about the real bane of Kathy's life, the dishwasher from hell.
It's time this safety hazard was replaced with something a little more reliable.
Got a couple of nifty features in here. You've got your triple wash system, which gives you your soft, your medium, and also your hard wash inside there as well if you've got some really dirty dishes. Also, the spray systems inside here can save you up to 15% on your electricity, as well as on your consumption of your water as well.
Sweet, man.
But just when everything was going so well, Kathy suffered a relapse and is currently trying to cram everything she possibly can into the girls' bedrooms.
It's looking as full as it was, isn't it, Shad?
I don't know. You tell me. Is this how you want it to be? Is this how you want the girls' bedrooms to be?
It just looks like a pile of junk, doesn't it, really, I suppose?
Do you need to go through these toys again?
Perhaps I do.
Though as Kathy sorts through the girls' belongings for a second time, finally, she begins to get it.
Maybe we don't need so many books. Maybe we go to the library. We do go to the library. Maybe we go to the library. We're down to mainly books, videos. But then again, we can hire DVDs.
Oh, I'm loving this.
There's solutions. We don't need all this stuff.
And what you're doing here, you're being honest about finding some of these solutions yourself. Instead of standing there, putting your hand up and saying, please help me. I don't want to think, I don't want to do this. You can do this. You've got all the answers. When you're looking at pieces of furniture, when you're looking at ornaments, whatever it is, I'm asking you to look at them as part of your future, not part of your past.
Yeah, and I think I need to do that. I'm hoping that the house will feel different when I walk back in, because I don't like the way it feels. And I'm hoping, and that's why I got rid of the lounge suites and stuff like that.
Why are you getting upset? Which bit of this is making you feel upset? Just say it.
It's just, I want to change. I just want to change. I just don't like living around the past. I just want to start again. Like I said, you could throw it all away, it wouldn't even bother me. I only need one box. That's all I need.
Now, let's open the doors to every possibility and explain to me, who are you going to be when all of this process is done?
The real me. The me that hasn't come out in a long time. The happy me.
What does happy me look like?
Happy.
How does she act? What does she do?
She dances. I sing, I dance. Not to anyone else, of course, it'd be embarrassing, but I do.
Okay, so that's the vision.
Coming up, we show Kathy and the kids their new look home for the very first time.
Awesome!
But will everyone be happy now they've all swapped bedrooms?
Oh my God! This is my room!
4 days ago, the Dellabarca family home was one of the most chaotic environments we'd ever seen. There were problems with paper, laundry, toys, you name it. And in the dedicated drunk room, boxes and boxes of stuff which had been waiting for more than 2 years to be unpacked. Today, Kathy, Cole, Karen and Kaylee are moving back in with just 1/3 of the possessions they started with. And in just 5 days, we've worked more than just a few miracles.
Remember the girls' room? Well, we've turned it back into the master bedroom. So while it used to be an area almost dangerous to walk into, now it's the sanctuary Kathy's been desperate for. Welcome home to your new master bedroom. Have a look.
Oh my God! This is my room.
This is your room.
What a great idea. Oh, this is just fantastic. It's really lovely. It's bright, it's light, it's beautiful. Just beautiful.
A few days ago, the floor was hard to spot and the double cupboards were completely empty. But we've gone ahead and used them to maximum effect, giving Kathy her very own dressing area and a bedroom that's twice the size of her old one.
Sliding doors.
Have a look behind them.
Oh my God! My clothes. Wow. I've reclaimed my place in the house as the master, in command, the way it should be. And it's just so bright and lively and really feminine and, yeah, quite me, actually.
You said that you wanted some peace, some balance, somewhere where you could relax. So this is your space. You're in charge of the house, so you get the master bedroom.
Yeah, cool. I'm wondering how the girls are going to take it, quite frankly.
Oh, don't worry. They've been looked after too.
That's right. Not only have we put the girls' toys away, we've also given them their own rooms. What used to be Kathy's bedroom is now Kayla's, painted of course in her favourite colour, and we've added plenty of storage, so nothing needs to end up on the floor again. So Kaylee, do you want to have a look at your new bedroom?
Open your eyes. Can I?
Of course you can, Mum.
Kaylee's room. It's quite a fun room, really. This is yours. Does it feel good? Her face said it all.
Just next door, we've taken Cole's old room and created a bedroom Kieran's gonna love. Once again, we've gone with favourite colours only, and that desk which used to sit in the living room has a new home, right here, making this the perfect space for homework as well as play. OK, then take a look at it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. What do you think?
Awesome.
And now they're going to really enjoy bringing their friends home. And it will mean I can have one for each of them and there'll be no problems because they can each play in their own areas. What's it going to feel like to bring friends into your room now? Your friends who have
They're
had
going
to...
to be happy because now they won't step on anything.
But check out what's behind door number 4. The former junk room has become the ideal retreat for Cole, with a built-in wardrobe and study, which can be hidden away at a moment's notice. So open your eyes and have a look at your new room.
Oh, cool. Oh, sweet.
What a great idea!
Thanks. Whoa.
That's fantastic.
This is awesome.
You're quite shocked, aren't you, Cole?
Yes.
Not only does this cleverly designed room have a place for everything, it's also at the other end of the house, giving Cole some well-deserved privacy and space from the girls.
My bedroom, I would feel quite happy to bring my friends over. It doesn't look embarrassing.
I think Cole's feeling really happy. He's got his own area and it feels like a more grown-up room, and that's what he should have.
But let's talk about the communal living, because we've also given the kitchen a coat of paint and some much-needed organisation thanks to the new pantry and a dishwasher that actually works.
Having a new dishwasher, well, of course, that is just the most amazing thing. This is just so great. This is just incredible. I'll probably enjoy cooking in there more. Probably want to cook more.
Meanwhile, in the dining room, we've not only streamlined the space, we've created a room within a room. Because behind closed doors, we have Kathy's brand new study. Open your eyes and have a look.
Whoa. Lots more space.
My God. Oh, and this is just neat. It's more cosier. It's more like a dining room should be. Oh! And I just love the secret cupboard. That is so groovy.
You wanted a home office. You didn't need a whole room. Jazz very cleverly found a space for you to have the storage for all of that paperwork that you want to keep. And again, these files, that should be all you need to run the house. So everybody's individual tray for all of your bits and pieces. So when you come in from school and you've got notices for Mummy, you put them in there. But the important thing to remember is that you don't go to Cole's room anymore. Cole's room is his. This is where you come to use the computer and do your homework and any help that you need from Mum, OK?
Though let's not forget the room that was really driving Kathy crazy, the living room. And fair enough too, the competing patterns on the floor, walls and furniture were enough to create instant stress. But not anymore. This space is now an oasis of calm.
So open your eyes and have a look at your new living room.
Whoa.
The living room feels really cosy and intimate. It feels welcoming. It's just a whole new look, and it's inviting. This is just beautiful. Honestly, you've made this just like a whole new house for us. I just feel so proud that it's mine. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some really happy, fun times in the house. Now we've got a home. It's not a house, it's a home.
Neutral colours have not only made this room feel calmer, but also bigger. And now the girls' toys have a home of their own. Finally, Kathy has space that's great for entertaining and at the same time, 100% family-friendly.
Fair to say we've given you the new start you wanted?
Yes.
More than giving us a new start.
I estimate that it takes you about halfway there. The other half is going to be the roles, routines and responsibilities. And both of you are going to have to work out how you can make this space work for you guys as a family. Girlies, you two are going to have some jobs to help, OK? And it all needs to be written down so it's all very clear. This is what we do and this is the kind of family we want to be. You're halfway there. Now you've got to start living it. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Now it's time for the real test. After 6 weeks of living in their new look home, how are Kathy, Cole and the girls really doing? And how has the environment changed their lives?
Fantastic. We've got lots of little routines going on. We eat at the table way more than we ever used to and have more family discussions.
But those aren't the only changes.
Kieran set up family assemblies once a week where we get presented with certificates for our good performance. I always get one for looking after the house and keeping it tidy.
Meanwhile, everyone's loving having their own space.
It's better than it was before, way better.
It's really nice that now we've got a clean home. I didn't like it much before. I like it now. I love my bedroom.
Though even more exciting, every member of the family is working together to keep the place tidy.
The clutter doesn't rule us anymore. We rule the clutter.
So sure enough, by changing their home, we really have changed their lives.
We've come together a lot better as a family. It's been quite remarkable.
It's more relaxed now, I would say. Not as stressful, because around the clutter, you sort of get a bit tense.
Yeah, I feel more self-confident, self-assured, more focused on my children. I've got to, it's a pleasure to raise them in this house, and I'm really, really enjoying it.